What it do, YouTube? This is Loba here, back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe. This is a subscriber requested video, so shout out to Mr. Boom, aka Giovanni the Great. I appreciate your donation. Before we get anything, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell. Also, follow me on Instagram at Lobo_SnapGod. All of the O's are zeros. All of the O's are zeros. And if you want me to do any more Illuminati breakdowns on specific athletes or celebrities or rappers, feel free to donate to the Cash App at the ticker below, Lobo TV, L0B0 TV. All right, so I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with Shannon Sharpe. He's prominent as far as being what am I trying to say here? A sports analyst, talking head on Fox Sports 1 for Undisputed with Skip Bayless. It's kind of the rival to First Take for ESPN. And for people that are too young to know this, Shannon Sharpe is a Hall of Fame football player. He was a tight end for the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. He played with John Elway. And one thing I know is, even if you look at the gematria of his name, Shannon Sharpe equals out to 64. Peep that, 64. Then you type in the team he played for, or the team he's most notable for playing for. The Denver Broncos equals 64, which is going to show you that these athletes, when they're drafted, they are scripted to go to certain places. For example, Kobe Bryant was scripted to go to the Lakers. It was already in the cards for this to happen. Rajon Rondo was scripted to go to the Celtics. So on and so forth. Magic Johnson to the Lakers. It was scripted for Larry Bird to go to the Celtics to keep that rivalry going from the national championship whenever Indiana State and Michigan State played, to where they'd be rivals in the NBA, where it'd be the Celtics and the Lakers, two of the most popular franchises in NBA history. Also, if you look at Shannon Sharpe's name, there's a 152 in gematria. Peep that. In the company, or should I say the channel he's on, Fox Sports, 152. And also 46, which is the inverse of 64, like Shannon Sharpe. Another thing I found interesting was his middle name was Goad, which is very similar to Goat. Thought that was just a rather odd middle name. I've never heard anyone with that name, period. Goat is a last name, first name, middle name, whatever. It's very odd. Considering, like, when you think about it, he is known for wearing a goat mask. Or Goat James, as he always likes to say. Because he's one of the bigger, he's one of the bigger supporters of LeBron James. He's usually referred to as LeBron James' #1 fan. So there's this picture here, and if you peep the number on the jersey, 23, 2 times 3 is 6. He knows what he's doing with the goat, which is actually the Baphomet. That's the mask of the Baphomet. If you look here, and if you look here. Club Shea, Goat James. And if you notice in the background, there is the pyramid and the all-seeing eye, very subtly put there by Fox. So they put this imagery on everything. You just have to be able to look out for it. And another thing I've noticed about Shannon Sharpe is he contradicts himself a lot. Like, one minute he'll say something, and the next minute it's totally different opinion. He's flip-floppy as hell, which is very similar to Max Kellerman, Stephen A. Smith. All of these talking heads do this shit. One minute they'll say something, next minute they flip. I will say this, though, as far as Skip Bayless goes, he is consistent with this LeBron hate. Or I'm going to call it criticism, because LeBron fanboys and shit. But yeah, that's the one thing, is Skip is consistent with that. But all of them, they're told what to do, told what to say. Because people fail to realize all of these people on TV have an earpiece in. So there's someone talking to them. Like when I was working for UT Sports, as far as camera work and everything, I had like a walkie-talkie. They'll tell you, hey, aim over here, do this, do that. So you're in constant communication, even when you're on the news and stuff like that. They have an earpiece telling you, look at camera A, camera B, so on and so forth. Just giving you your cues. So a lot of this stuff on TV is heavily orchestrated. And there was even a segment on Undisputed where Shannon didn't even deny to Skip Bayless saying that there was an Illuminati on an episode. Like, he just rolled with it. Because usually they'll try to downplay it, act like, no, there's no such thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Illuminati, what's that? And they'll just try to act stupid. But no, he just let it ride. Which lets you know that anytime you get a major position in any form of entertainment on that level, on like national TV, there's some type of ritual, some type of sacrifice, something you're going to have to do. It is not solely on your talent alone. It is, are you with the understanding? Are you in the know of the things going on? And are you down with what they down for too? Because you got to think about all these media companies, stuff have control over a lot of different stuff. So you got to think about how many channels we have on TV. We have hundreds of thousands. And only a select few companies that own all of that. Whether it be Viacom, Time Warner, Disney, so on and so forth. Like, it is heavily monopolized. Another example is BET. That's Viacom. So that is controlled. And as far as Shannon Sharpe selling out, he did that back when he played football. Like, in order to be a Hall of Fame caliber athlete, high chance you're going to have to sell out. Like, it's one thing if you wanted to go pro and just play and be like a role player or something like that. It'd be different. You probably wouldn't have to necessarily sell out, depending on unless you had a role outside of sports. Say you was a quote-unquote activist, like a George Hill, who always had the MK Ultra blonde hair. I think he was one of them that was leading in the whole boycott thing in the bubble. Damian Lillard, he's another quote-unquote activist. Jaylen Brown's another quote-unquote activist. Those niggas sold out. And then you also have to realize Shannon is a woke puppet just like everybody else on TV, pushing these Marxist agendas. Now, when you look at this picture, actually right here, if you notice Shannon's hands, he's doing the as above, so below, just like the Baphomet. Hand up here, so below right here. And the crown is here representing that is his king. A goat Baphomet, that is who he serves. He has the, what am I trying to say here? He has the crown showing you that. On this one, this was after, like a Lakers game or something like that. Obviously, like the next morning. And you just see, like, he has his Henny, his candle. Why the hell does he have a candle? Why are you trying to set the ambiance on a talk show in the morning? Like, clear as day. And then, of course, he had the 23, 2 times 3 is 6 jersey. Just wait till LeBron James changes his number to 6. I bet he's going to up the ante on it. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a full body goat suit at that point with the LeBron James 6 jersey on. And then this one, again, he's getting on a knee because you see a lot of celebrities with pictures with goats where they're holding them, kneeling to them, feeding them. There's even the Goat Awards on MTV, and there's a whole lot of goat worship going on there. There was even a part where, like, this chick was covered in goat blood, like, up on stage smiling and shit. So this shit is not a fucking game. There's a picture of Lionel Messi holding the goat. DJ Khaled doing quote unquote goat yoga. Kevin Hart doing goat yoga. Because they're trying to make it trendy. They're trying to make it normal. All this goat talk got pushed by the mainstream media. Primarily sports. You think about who is the GOAT. You're talking about MJ. They try to throw LeBron James in there even though he damn sure doesn't even deserve it. Talk about who's the GOAT in football. They always say Tom Brady. And you think about all the cultic things surrounding Tom Brady. Allegedly. All this is alleged. But this is basically his bow to Baal. Often referred to as Baal, which is a demon described in demonological grimoires. Baal is Hebrew for owner or lord. This basically represents he is serving the Baphomet. Or the goat Lucy. And when he was feeding this goat, he did it twice. He did it once and then he shook both hooves so the camera angles would get the entire ritual. Also with the goat and the Baphomet, this is the combination of the divine masculine, divine feminine, and divine trans. Hence why the whole transformer agenda is being pushed so hard. Because that represents the Baphomet. If you look at this picture, he's holding his hands in a triangle, an inverted triangle, showing you who his alliance is with. Because if you notice in pictures, celebrities are always throwing up some type of hand gesture. Whether it be the 666, devil horns, hand triangle. There's another one where he's doing it. This one's right side up, showing you who he's with. Especially if you're sitting there, you're not holding your hands up. You wouldn't want to bring attention to your hands if it's supposed to be a picture of yourself. And then also, if you notice right here, he has this. I've already pointed that out. There's a pyramid again, strategically placed in the picture. Shannon is also a member of the Boule. You have to remember, he rode that Colin Kaepernick wave. That's what kind of ushered him into where he's at now, Fox Sports. He rode that wave just enough to the point that now his name was buzzing, that now he ended up on Fox Sports, and boom, there he is. And now everybody knows Shannon Sharpe. Got a YouTube channel, Club Shay Shay. He's on All the Smoke, on an interview. Like, everybody knows Shannon Sharpe. If you ain't know him on football, you damn sure know him on TV. And he was also hand-selected by Skip Bayless to be on the show because Shannon had fulfilled the requirements of reaching a certain level of masonry. Also a higher understanding of the Hermetic teaching principles within the craft, which is aka witchcraft or Wicca. There's also a picture of him doing the bathtub ritual. Oh, that's Coonan. If you look again, as above, so below, he's doing the same thing. And he's in the bathtub, just like Eminem, just like MGK, just like Diddy, 50 Cent, A$AP Rocky, Guap Dad 4000, Tupac. I can keep going. Which represents, it's a ritual that represents rebirth, being reborn, killing off the old, bringing in the new. Which shows he's fully submersed into the entire teachings, all of the beliefs. And then this one, man, this nigga coon too much too. That's like the one thing that gets on my nerves. It's like, really? You got a fucking wave cap on, a Black and Mild, and you pouring Henny on national TV, my nigga? Come on. Like, this is almost as bad as Jerry Rice with the Popeyes, on the Popeyes commercial with the face mask with the chicken. Finna look that up real quick. Like, this is some next level cooning. Like, this shit, that's some, I don't give a fuck about that. But yeah, that's some next level cooning. Next level cooning right there. And it look like he's trying to eat it too. Subtly trying to nibble off pieces and shit. But yeah, this should tell you everything as far as him being a sellout. Like, most of these motherfuckers on TV, ain't no most, all of them are sellout. They play a role in some way, shape, or form. Because they all know, if they black, they know this, when it's time to sell out. When it's time to praise the white man. So that has been the video on Shannon Sharpe, exposing him for selling out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching. We are out.